everybody, it's Jasmine. So today I wanted to talk about my 5 favorite low rated makeup items. Now I extensively researched on Ulta's website and I went through every single makeup category because I thought that this would be kind of a unique topic simply because we're all about the hyped up makeup, the top rated makeup, what's the best, and I honestly feel like since everybody has a personal preference with makeup, you know, not all makeup is going to be highly rated and not every makeup item is going to be loved by others. And so I thought I would just take it upon myself to find what I liked in the lowest rated category. Now I only have 5 items to share with you guys because it was actually really hard for me to actually have that aha moment and really pinpoint which product I felt like genuinely just needs more recognition and that I felt really worked with me. So I was actually talking to my boyfriend and I was like, what do you consider low rated? And he said 3 stars and under, like 3 out of 5 stars. And I was like, you know what? I think that's pretty reasonable because I think like the 3-star is kind of like, yeah, she's okay. But then anything lower than that, you're kind of like, she's kind of low and I don't think I want to purchase her. So this is all makeup from Ulta's website, like I mentioned. So I'm going to start off with concealer. So the first concealer that I have is the Covergirl Vitalist Healthy Concealer, and I actually ran through the one that I usually use in my tutorials, and I use the shade light medium. Now this one actually has 2 stars which I thought was actually kind of crazy because I do say that in my videos. I say, oh yeah, it's an okay concealer, but I really don't mention the reason why I continue to actually use it up, because if it's like really horrible, then I will just stop my use completely. But even though it is an okay concealer, I still go back to it because it's a very hydrating and nourishing concealer, and it doesn't crease under my eyes, which I find very intriguing because whenever a concealer is hydrating, very non-matte, dewy I should say, it creases under the eyes very, very easily, and I feel like this one just makes the under eyes look hydrated. I do use the shade light medium and that one isn't light enough, so you guys do see me use my Urban Decay Naked Skin to lighten it up just a little bit. But honestly, it's a great concealer, and I'm going to read some of the reviews that people left, especially like the lower rated ones. On Ulta's website, there's like a pros and cons section, and the cons say that it doesn't work, there's poor coverage, doesn't stay on, and difficult to apply. I think that it's really easy to apply. I like the fact that there is a brush included into the concealer. It's a concealer pen that you crank up, I should have mentioned that before, and then it comes through the brush tip, and I think that that is one of my favorite type of concealers with a brush tip, because I have tried other ones in the past and I felt like the actual concealer consistency, kind of like the LA Girl one, is too thick for what you're getting and how it applies, and I felt like it was very lightweight, which is what I liked, and I felt like it was really easy to carve out my eyebrows, make a cut crease, and it was a very multi-purpose concealer for me. The next item on my list is the NYX White Liquid Liner. Now I believe I actually threw this one out of my collection because it was actually getting really old, and that was just me being cautious about bacterial infections and all that stuff. But this one is 3 stars on Ulta's website, and it also has 265 reviews, which I think is absolutely crazy. Now the weird thing is that I like this eyeliner a lot. I don't wear it every day, but when I do for like my editorial looks or anything like that, I think it comes in handy. I think it's really pigmented, and I like the fact that the brush is very, very thin and very precise. So if I am going to outline like my cut crease, it's really easy to do that. Let's just read the cons real quick. People said it's clumpy, fades throughout the day, difficult to apply, difficult to remove, and it smudges or runs. Tell me why I have not experienced any of that. I could probably see why people think it is clumpy, because if you have an eyeliner for an excessive amount of time, especially one that's like in the tube and then you have to twist off the cap and then the cap has the brush included, if you have those type of eyeliners for a long time and then you're scraping the sides of the eyeliner on the rim, of course it's gonna get clumpy. Of course, because that part is going to dry up quicker than what's inside the tube. So, of course. As far as fading, difficult to apply, difficult to remove, and smudging, I don't agree. I think the worst that has happened to me was me applying too many layers of the eyeliner and then having it flake because of the excessive amount of layers that I do. If I just do one, it's completely fine and it stays there all day. I don't see it difficult to remove at all. I mean, if you have difficulties removing eyeliner in general, you'll probably want to use some type of oil-based remover. Now, number 3 is a mascara, and it's actually a mascara that you probably heard me talk about 2 years ago on my channel. It's been a minute since I've picked this one up, but I assure you, every single time someone asks me about a Wet n Wild mascara recommendation, I always tell them to get the cat eye mascara. That is so amazing. I have a whole video dedicated 2 years ago with me trying out all of the Wet n Wild mascaras. Back then I had it up to date, and I know since then they launched like maybe 2 or 3 new mascaras. I haven't been able to try them because I got lazy, if I'm being quite honest, but from that video, I remember really loving this mascara in particular because it stayed juicy. All of the mascaras that I tested out for that video dried up within a few days, weeks, or even within that 1 month. And typically you're supposed to have your mascaras for like 3 months and then you toss them out. If they dry out quicker than 3 months, I'm automatically like, yeah, it's not really worth it. But this one stayed juicy for 3 months and a little bit longer, and I thought that was amazing. It offered me a lot of length, a lot of volume, and it has this little comb on the brush. So the brush has like a little slant to it. It has combs, so when you actually brush it through your lashes, it makes them look really nice, and it coats them evenly, and it makes them actually look really thick. And I really like that because it's separated, but you have the appearance of, hey, I have some mascara on my eyes. Kind of like today. I mean, I'm kind of far, but you can kind of tell, like, yeah, I am wearing mascara. As far as cons are concerned, people say it's difficult to apply, dries out quickly, flakes, smudges or runs, and it has a sticky texture, ma'am. Honestly though, let me be real. Mascaras on everybody is different. I think mascara, out of the whole makeup routine, mascara is very personal. It's so personal because I know so many people love the Monsieur Big mascara. So many people love the Better Than Sex mascara, yet I really despise it because I feel like it makes my lashes look really clumpy. I feel like it smudges on me. I don't think it looks good. I feel like it runs. But some people say it's budge proof, it's the best, it makes their lashes look so voluminous, so lengthy. And to me, you know, I just told you how much I love this mascara, and for me to hear that for some people it dries out quickly, it flakes, it smudges, it has a sticky texture, I think that's all kind of personal because mascara is very personal between users. This mascara also has 3 stars, and it should at least have like 3.5 in my opinion, in my humble opinion. I have a pair of fake lashes in this category as well, and I'm so excited to talk about it because it's actually something that I recently got for Christmas. My coworker got me the Ardell Foam Mink 811 lashes. I think in my videos, whenever I wore them, I called them 112s. Yikes, that was on me. That's on me. But they're definitely the 811s, and they are the most natural looking lashes. They're so flexible, but the band isn't too thin. It's thick enough to the point where it's substantial. And I will have a tutorial of me using the lashes somewhere here, because I really want you guys to see what it looks like on. And I genuinely think that it's really easy to apply. I do have to say, usually though, with any type of lash brand, the first wear of the lashes are always difficult, because I feel like they're trying to conform to your eyes. After the first wear, it's kind of like, okay, now you can just pop them on. And that's how I felt with these ones. These ones are so incredibly lightweight. They're very natural, but they give a little extra flare because they're really, really short in the inner corner, and then they flare out to a longer length in the outer corner. They're so pretty, so beautiful. So this one has it's not quite 3 stars, because the star arm is kind of cut off, so it's like 2 7/8 of a star. So these ones just say for the cons that it's difficult to remove. Really? It's also just difficult to apply. It breaks apart, difficult to remove from the packaging, and it has a weak band. Weak band? We're working with a thin band. What do you expect? Of course it's going to be a little weaker than a thicker band. What do you expect? And also breaking apart, yeah, what do you expect? You're working with a thin band. Of course. I do have to say that I actually disagree with it being difficult to remove from the package, because I actually thought it was really easy to remove from the package. I thought it was like one of the easiest to remove from the package, so that's quite a surprise. Difficult to remove. I'm pretty sure people who are saying that are people with naturally long eyelashes, and these ones just blend in, and then they probably took off their natural lashes with the fake ones, but you know, let that slide. Difficult to apply, like I said. Within any brand, the first time you apply it is always going to be difficult, and then the second, third time is when it starts to conform to your eye shape. Last but not least, let's talk about the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil bronzer. If you guys were here since I pretty much started my channel, I'm pretty sure you guys were here since I've had those Too Faced chocolate bronzers. They were in the little packets, and I got them like in a 4-pack at Sephora, and then it came with a little mini kabuki brush. I used to use the bronzers in a lot of my tutorials, and then I got a full size for Christmas from one of my friends. I still have that. It's not with me, but I still have it. And they are a little bit over 3 stars, just like 3, and then the little arm of the 4th star, but I'm gonna keep it at 3 stars because it's like barely reaching that 4th star. So this one, what'd you do? But the reason why I do love it, and the reason why I continue to think that it's one of my favorites, is because it blends out really easy, and it blends out into the skin seamlessly. I love the chocolate smell. I love chocolate. It's like the best. That aside, I really do like the way that it performs. I feel like the bronzer doesn't age as bad as their eyeshadows, because when Too Faced eyeshadows age, they age really dry and stiff, but the bronzers stay creamy and blendable, and it's really, really nice to work with. So to me, it's really surprising that it stays in the 3-star category, because to me, I feel like it should be a 4-star category item. People say it doesn't apply smoothly, it clogs pores, appears cakey, and wears off easily. Now, I can kind of see the last one where it wears off easily, but in all honesty, I genuinely feel like if you're gonna wear your makeup for a long period of time, your cheek area, your blush never really stays on your cheeks now, does it? Rarely, unless like you're using a Tarte Amazonian clay blush, but like heavy amounts of it, it's not gonna stay on your cheeks. If you're the type of person to just apply and go, it's not gonna stay. It's really not. And I for sure can tell you that because I'm the type of person to wear my makeup for 15 hours, 12 hours, you know, long periods of time. And I can tell you, more often than not, your bronzer, blush, maybe highlight is not gonna stay on your cheeks unless like you're layering and you're actually deepening up your bronzer and making sure that your face looks really sculpted. As far as appearing cakey and clogging pores, I really don't see that at all. That's new to me. She's new. I have never heard that. I really don't think it appears cakey. If you think your bronzers, blush, powders, anything looks cakey on your face, put some setting spray on. Remove that cakiness. Like, there's options here. I think it's just so surprising that their Chocolate Soleil bronzer is in the 3-star category. I think that it's a staple. So I'd love to know what your guys' favorite low-rated items are because, you know, at the end of the day, we all love different things, and, you know, my recommendations may not suit well with you, other recommendations may not suit well with me, and you know, it's all kind of trial and error, and this just goes to show that makeup literally fits everybody whether we like it or not. You know, not every product is a shit product, not every product is like the best product. People have different preferences, and you know, that's just how it is. That's always how it is. That's how life is. So I hope you guys all enjoy this video. I know it was a little bit different, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye. Peace out, Girl Scouts.